Welcome back to the Creative Studios podcast. My name is Kevin Reiser, and I'm going to be your host today. I know you guys had probably seen the last episode with Jordan, but if you have not, please go ahead and watch that. It's an amazing episode. We had a guy named Lance on here from the industry, so please go ahead and check that out. So today, we actually have the legendary Danny Sauceda with us today.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me.
And today, we want to hear some of your story, Danny. So
yes,
if we could just start with, where you're from, how you got into the industry, and a little bit about what you're doing today. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Danny.
Let's do it. I'm Danny from Miami. I grew up in Miami. I got into music when I was like end of 8th grade, however old you are there. My friend had a band, and they needed a bass player, obviously, because, like, who wants to play bass? I say that as a bass player.
Love that.
But, yeah, they needed a bass player, so I was like, I'm literally doing nothing. Let me just, like, learn how to play bass. And then, like, I don't know, fell in love with, like, doing music stuff. Went to school for it in England for 4 years. But I wanted to move back here because my friend who got me into music lives here. And we wanted to, like, live together. Early 20s vibes. So, yeah, came here. And I've been here for, like, a year and a half working as an audio engineer. And then doing side projects with my friend and our band.
That's incredible. Wow. So you lived in London for a few years, you said. How was that?
I lived in London for a year. I lived in Liverpool for 3 years. It was great. It was great. I mean, I love England. The people there are super cool. Liverpool's great. Tiny city, but like tons of art, like tons of bands and like venues and stuff, like super grungy vibes. And then London is just like really amazing. Like, I miss London a lot. There's, like, so much inspiration because, like, you can get on... I used to get on, like, the tube in, like, 20 minutes. I'm, like, at the British Museum, and you're seeing, like, works of art from, like, 5,000 BC.
Wow.
And then you go home, and you're like, bro, I'm so inspired. It's crazy. Like, it's, like, humbling and inspiring.
So cool.
Yeah, I miss it a lot, but I had to come back home. You know how it is.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I'm sure you probably felt a little bit of homesickness, while you were there.
Yeah. There's no good burgers outside of the U.S. I don't know how abroad you've been. I forget, but
yeah,
like the best burger you'll ever have is back home. Sorry, foreign countries.
That's so cool. Like, so you went over there, you came back, and then what kind of got you like into the music industry? Like, did you do some of that in London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I made my first money like playing shows around Miami. I still remember like the first time I got paid. I was like, "This is so epic," and it was like nothing. It was like
I can get paid doing what I love.
Right. It was like actually like $20, and then we split it like 4 ways. Like we all came away with like $5 at the end of the night.
It's something.
Yeah. But like working, I started working after college because I couldn't really work in college just because like the visa didn't allow it. I went back to Miami and I was like interning at a studio for no money. But I met this guy who was like, I have like a ton of live sound gigs and I need to offload them. Like, you seem competent. I'll give them to you. So I started doing that and I was like, oh, this actually pays like pretty good for like a job that's like not that hard.
Right.
Like, the hardest part is dealing with people and like navigating personalities,
yeah,
as I'm sure you know.
Yeah, so a little history. I actually met Danny on downtown Broadway over here in Nashville. Yes. So I was doing live sound mainly on the Tootsie circuit, primarily at Kid Rock's. I was mixing the main stage over there for the last like 3 or 4 years, and then Danny came in one day and super cool guy, and we just immediately got along. So
Right, yeah. And we had a lot of shifts together.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, now I'm you. Now I do, well, half of your shifts.
Right.
They were split between 2 people because Kev is irreplaceable.
Oh, thank you, man.
But yeah, that is how we met.
Yeah.
And I'm still there doing that.
Yeah.
And I probably will be for like another year.
Yeah.
I wanna move like in a year, I think.
I understand that. Broadway can be kind of difficult sometimes, just for you people out there that are wondering what it's like to do live sound.
Yes.
On Broadway. It is Party City.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I think the hardest part is just dealing with everything else but the sound.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing like too complicated about the setup.
Right. Yeah.
Once you know it, once you memorize it.
Right.
Yeah, it can get intense.
Yeah, a lot of drunk people, a lot of a lot of what do you call that, bachelorette parties.
A lot of bachelorette parties.
A lot of people asking you, "Hey man, what is that iPad for?" Yeah.
Asking where the bathroom is, and it's like directly behind them. But it's okay because it pays good, and your ears get better.
Right.
Right.
Do you see yourself liking the sound thing better than playing with a band, or do you still kind of do a little bit of both?
I just don't want to be playing in a band like as like a gig artist. You know, I like playing in my band.
Yeah.
And making music with my friends. That's why I love sound so much, because it's like really like you're there for the night, and then it's like kind of done. It could be a one-off. You could see the band again, but it's just like, it's like a concentrated thing you don't take home with you. Whereas being in a band, you know, that doesn't stop.
Right. And not to mention you have 5, 6 people sometimes in that band, so you're dealing with.
We have 9 people in my
Oh
side
my
project.
God.
It's scheduling nightmare. But yeah, obviously there is that has homework, and like I'm in charge of like everything recording or audio related in the band. And we're doing 2 singles right now, starting to record 2 singles.
Amazing.
I only have drums done, but I'm working on it.
Yeah,
the drums sound great. So
that's good to hear.
Yeah,
Drums are often the most difficult thing to record properly.
Yes.
So
yes, we did them like ourselves, but
yeah,
I've been building up that drum setup like since like last year. I've dropped a few paychecks on getting it sounding good. So I'm pretty proud of the way they turned out. Yeah, it's like the first time that we actually like. I've been testing them for months. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's the first time I actually record something with them, and I listen back, and I'm like, it worked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So what I loved about you as well was that you have an interest for engineering, like, you know, at home or in a studio, and also the live sound thing.
Yeah.
I felt we had a lot in common on that. So can you kind of go over some of the similarities, some of the differences for some of those people out there trying to get into engineering, and maybe even like some of the issues or maybe some tips about you know, how to get into it.
Yeah. I mean, my love for music comes from like recorded music. So I think I do live sound more for the money. Like, I like doing it and it's fun. It's like a music related job. Like, who's gonna complain about that? But like, what I love about music is like recording it, and like recorded music more than anything. And like nowadays, like anybody can make like a banging record, like a industry standard record with like, you need a little bit of money, but obviously you don't need a studio to do it.
Right. Or you could come to Creative Studios.
But I mean like the old model of having to be signed, and then they send you to the biggest studio in LA.
Right.
Like there are like mid-sized to even smaller options for making something.
I used to work in one.
Exactly.
I worked in a place called Chalice Recording Studios for a few years. So that was pretty cool, like getting to meet some of the A-list artists, you know, coming in and setting a lot of the equipment up, and just, you know, kind of being in that atmosphere. So I feel my heart's also in both places.
Yeah.
I love the studio, but I also love the live sound thing. So
yeah. And doing live sound for like a year, I was like, dude, I miss the studio so much. Like, I gotta have a setup at home that at least I can, like, I know it's like I can go in and make stuff just like that for workflow. So yeah, I think like people think like, I can't do it at my house, or like I can't figure it out with what I have. Like you can. It takes creativity, and you have to make intentional choices, especially for like your surroundings. Like if you live next to like train tracks, like maybe don't buy a live drum kit and be like, all right, I'm gonna record every time the train's not going. Like, no, then maybe invest in like an e-kit or a plugin that can emulate drums. Like, just be like intentional about how you do it.
I love that. Yes. Yeah. And we always talk about, as engineers, we talk about intentions. Why am I using this plugin? Why am I using this piece of gear or this microphone? Or setting it up in a very specific way to get a specific sound. So I love that. Yeah.
And that goes for live sound too. Like, somebody told me this at work the other day. It was like, why are you using that mic? And I was like, bro, it's the only one we have. But he was like, but think about it. Like, you got a mic here. It's like super cardioid. It rejects from the front. You've got a guy with 2 wedges to the side. It's the worst mic you could have picked.
Interesting.
And I was like, you're right.
Yeah.
We should be like more intentional about what we give people during live scenes. Or like telling them that and being like, this is how your setup is. Like, it makes more sense to do it this other way, just so you know.
Absolutely.
And then being in the studio is nice because, like, you're only telling yourself that. You don't have to deal with anybody else.
That was the funny thing also about doing live sound is you get, the heroes that come up and they're like, hey, man, the guitar is too low or too loud. And you're like, I'm on it, dude. Like, trust me, I can hear it.
I can hear it. Exactly. Yeah. It's a choice.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, live sound, dude, it is so fun. You're right. It sort of becomes like, after you do it for a while, it becomes fun. Like, you're just there like, hey, man, like, let's get this going. And for those of you that don't know, so on Broadway, when you're doing live sound, you're setting up typically 4 bands a shift. So you get a lot of experience.
Yes. 2 floors at once.
Yeah.
And then your shift's like 8 or 9 hours.
Yeah.
So you're going to do 4 total. Yeah. It's especially on Broadway, you never know like who's going to walk in.
Mm-hmm. That's the other thing,
It's chaotic. And so, like, you can be prepared to a certain extent, but there's always something,
Yeah.
There's always a curveball.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, like, being a live sound engineer as well as even being in the studio. The studio is more a controlled environment.
Yeah, but something always goes wrong.
But something, so you do have to pay attention. But yeah, for those of you trying to get into live sound, there are things that will happen. When I first started, I was like, oh my God, how do I know what's going to happen, or how do I prepare for this? And there's just this thing that happens over time, right? You start getting used to seeing some of the same issues.
Exactly.
You start building sort of this toolkit, you know what I mean, of different ways to apply, different techniques or different approaches, to get the results you need.
Yeah. And it is like one of those jobs where like experience is going to be the teacher, because you can know about the problems and prepare for them theoretically, but like until you're there in that moment, like, and you have to
use
do
your
it.
Brain.
Yeah, you have to do it like live and use your brain and lock in. Like, I think it's low key like as an entry level job, like it can be really intimidating just because like working with bands that like are convinced you're just trying to like mess their sound up as a beginner, that are just like babying you and being like super, what's the word? Like backseat mixing.
Yes.
Like they're going out into the crowd being like checking your work. It can be like
with a
really,
decibel meter in the crowd. We know that's happened. Yeah.
It can be like discouraging, especially if you're like just starting. But like that is just like a hump you have to overcome.
Absolutely.
Because like it's like you're gonna have bad days at first, and like things are gonna happen where you have to maybe text your coworker and be like,
oh yeah,
Kevin, I don't know, the lights won't turn on the roof.
Yeah. So good point. We also do lights on downtown Broadway,
Right.
so it's not just the sound thing. It's a little bit of the lights as well. So it's it can be a lot when it all adds up. A lot of small things start to become a big thing when you try to get out in front of it. Like that's the main thing I feel as a live sound engineer. How can I get in front of these issues that could possibly arise?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. You leave extra batteries with an artist maybe, or like you rescan a pack. But even then, something will go wrong.
Yeah.
And you just got to be, I think a level head is super important. Like it's so easy to get like frazzled, and it's so easy for the artist to do it to you and come to you with a look of panic and be like, something is horribly wrong. And like I used to get really worked up about that.
Yeah.
And then I realized like 8 out of 10 times their batteries had died.
Something real simple.
And it's just like the passion they have for like their craft or what they're doing in the moment. And like you got to respect it, but also like not let it like govern how you feel and how you handle the situation.
That's right. I definitely agree with that. Being, an engineer, whether you're in the studio or live sound, keeping a level, just balanced approach to things. Like you're not just there as the engineer to make things sound good.
Right.
You're there to make people feel comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah.
And do you feel that some engineers sort of forget that aspect?
Oh yeah. Especially in the studio.
Yeah.
Like some people can get too technical. You got to realize like the artist is there. They don't think like you do. They're just like pouring their soul out. They're not thinking like, is this mic hot enough? Is this the right choice? Am I singing loud enough? No, dude. They're just there like purely working on emotions. And you have to be like super conscious of that.
Right. We're basically capturing moments.
Right.
That's what we do as engineers. We capture emotion, we capture moments, and we try to make that sound as best as it possibly could for the masses.
And as fitting, like, because we do think like, how is this emotion going to translate into a microphone, and what microphone like fits that emotion best?
That's right.
And there is like a correct answer. There can be a correct answer. It could be a little opinions based, obviously, but there can definitely be wrong answers, because you could listen to a song and be like, this sounds dog water. Like,
exactly.
This sounds bad.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking about is, so where did you learn these skills? Like as an engineer, like did you go to school? Did you just learn it on the fly? Like,
well, I think I started learning in high school. Like the band I was in, our lead singer's dad was an audio engineer. Oh. So he taught me like a lot of stuff. He put me on Logic. Oh yeah. And was like, you gotta like learn this. Yeah. And I was like, okay. So I started there and just like playing around on Logic.
Yeah. Team Logic.
Yeah, Team Logic.
Yeah.
And then I think school. I went to a pretty good school in Liverpool, and there was just a lot of free time in the studio.
Amazing.
That you could book out. So I think just like trial and error.
That's great, because a lot of schools, like, you can't really do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You need time to take 3 hours to figure out how to get the mic to go through the computer some days.
I'm not even joking. Like, figuring out what compression is, the 10 different things that compression does for you took me months to really, truly understand what's going on there. So I get that.
And, like, it should.
Right.
It should. Like, now we don't think about it.
Right.
But if you don't, like, at first stop and be like, all right, let me examine this in detail, then you're always going to be, like, using it, like, willy-nilly and not, like, really understanding why you're doing it and not being intentional about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's good to take a lot of time in the studio. I know that's hard because, like, time in the studio is money.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
you gotta, just like the live sound thing, like there is gonna be a big learning curve.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just trial and error is how I learned most things.
Trial by fire.
Trial by fire. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Yeah, and with that, guys, so we're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and, we'll be right back with you. It's going to be an awesome podcast, and I'll see you guys in a minute. And welcome back, guys, to the Created Studios podcast. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, FUTUREBEAN. They have some of the best coffee I've ever had. I always start my day out with a cup of their frozen vanilla freeze coffee.
Delicious.
It's incredible. Their popcorn, their cookies, their sandwiches, they're incredible. So Danny, tell us a little bit about your band and your projects that you've been working on. Please go into that.
All right, so the band is called Fanny Ray and the Sinners Symphonic.
Awesome.
It's like a blend of like old country western mixed with like a lot of classical music elements.
So cool.
So we're a 9-piece.
Yeah.
Which I don't even think we have a 9-piece. Like when have you heard of a 9-piece, bro?
Yeah.
When have you heard of a 9-piece? Like what other 9 pieces are there? Maybe just something like that.
Yeah.
But in Nashville right now, how many others are there?
I don't know any.
Exactly. We have, so it's like 3 sections and a singer.
Mm.
So lead singer, then like a rock trio, bass, drums, guitar.
Mm.
And then we have a woodwind section, which is clarinet and flute. And then a string section, which is cello, viola, and violin.
Wow. That is so cool.
It's fantastic. And then some of us double instruments. So like I'll play harmonica as well. Somebody else doubles an instrument, but it's like a one of the flute variations. I forget if it's like alto flute or it's something like that.
Okay, gotcha.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. We have a show November 2nd.
Oh.
That's going to be our first show.
Oh, I got to be there.
Yeah.
I got to be there.
It's going to be fire. It's on a Sunday.
Okay.
It's going to be very cool. It's a little theatrical.
Yeah.
There may be some theatrical elements. It's going to be like an hour. It's kind of like a story being told in real time.
So cool.
So there's like a very specific narrative that happens.
Incredible.
Yes. And then I don't want to give too much away, but it's like we start
give
off
us the details.
We start off like classical, and then it'll like progress into something more punk rock-ish.
That is cool. It
Yes.
kind of reminds me of. Have you ever heard of the composer Ennio Morricone?
Yeah.
So he made a lot of the spaghetti western
Of
type
course.
movies. Legendary composers. So do you think it's kind of like along those lines?
It's got some definite like western energy,
Love that.
but then like sometimes it'll go like very like 70s punk
So cool.
vibes. It's very cool. It's very cool.
Yeah.
It's super exciting. Our lead singer is awesome, super theatrical as well. And we're hopefully going to have 2 singles out like early 2026.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
That's like our aim.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's going to be fantastic.
And are you engineering the whole project?
The singles, yes.
Yeah.
Obviously I can't engineer live because
Yeah.
I'm playing bass and harmonica.
Yeah.
So
You can't do both? No, I'm just playing.
you can't be in 2 places
You
at
got
once.
iPad. No, I'm just playing.
But yeah, I'm in charge of like recording rehearsals and stuff like that as well.
Very cool.
But yeah, it's a really interesting project. Like I know how to read music. Like I learned it, but like I was very slow at it. I've gotten better because like it's all sheet music, this project. Like it's like we get our guitar player, also our composer, sends us like every song written out fully.
I'm guessing he probably uses Sibelius for that.
I think he uses Dorico.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Awesome. And rehearsals kind of us like going through it, reading it, and like like an orchestra does.
Like little notes and
yeah,
stuff.
Notes and stuff. How the orchestra is gonna play stuff. Most of the time, I'm just sat there like wondering what all the words mean, looking at our drummer, being like, "Why are they laughing? I didn't understand the joke," and he's just like, "I don't know, I don't get it either." But it's honestly great. Also, great interacting with like classical musicians, seeing a different side of things.
Yeah,
super interesting.
I can imagine like, having a large band like that, multiple different types of instruments and groups. Like you said, like, where are you guys rehearsing at? Because you need a big space for that, right?
we have an attic at our place.
Oh,
and it's where we record stuff as well. It's like carpeted, and the room is kind of like circular on top.
Oh,
and it's all wooden, so it's actually like it sounds pretty
like a dome roof kind of.
Kind of a little bit, yeah. It sounds pretty good in there.
Yeah.
The only drawback is like it gets really hot in the summer.
Oh yeah.
But we survived. We're past that. It's not that bad anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even with that, it's cramped, dude. And I haven't seen the stage at where we're playing, but I imagine it will also be cramped.
I would think you'd, so you got your recording environment. Are you guys recording in the studio, or are you doing it at?
That's a great question. That's actually like a big point of debate right now. Because drums, we can do it at home. Bass, guitar, all at home. It's gonna sound fantastic. Right. That's like my wheelhouse. I know it'll sound good. The orchestra instruments, they play off each other. So talking to them, they were like, "Oh, I thought we were all gonna record this together, like all 5 of them." And I was like,
"Oh yeah,
why would we do that? We're gonna do it one by one."
Right.
But I'm realizing like they may actually need to hear each other.
There's a relationship between those groups of players.
Right. And how they play off each other, not even just for cues, but like how they hold notes when they cut off. So I think my current theory is I split them up in sections and find a studio with 2 rooms where they can communicate, hopefully see each other through the rooms, but we'll see. We have to find that.
Well, if you don't need any help, I mean, we have spaces and we can communicate between rooms here,
Yes, that would maybe be very helpful.
Yeah. That is so cool, though.
Yeah.
Like, I knew you had mentioned you had a band. I just didn't know it was 9 pieces. That's great.
Yeah, dude. It's something else, man. It's something else. We want to be the best show in Nashville. And I think we definitely have the players to do it. Yeah. Our people are the best.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. We'll edit it out.
Our people are the best.
Yeah.
And we spent a long time looking for all of them, but it was worth it because they are the best, and we are a super well rehearsed band. I'm not gonna claim to be the best player, the best bass player in Nashville. Yeah. But we are tight as a band. We're super well rehearsed. So it's really exciting for it to be so close to coming together because we've been practicing for a long time.
I can only imagine. Yeah, that's a lot.
Scheduling 9 people, Kevin, is not fun.
Yeah, I did a little like band management, a little artist management for a second, and it is not my cup of tea. It is difficult to get, 5 or 6 people in a band, to get them in one place. Like, you artist managers, band managers out there, I don't know how you do it. But I'll give a shout out to you guys.
Crazy. Yeah. Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, totally. I'm looking forward to hearing that. I can't wait to hear the live product as well as the finished product. That's going to be incredible. So yeah, one thing I kind of wanted to touch on is so we have some listeners, some viewers out there that are maybe trying to get into the same thing, right? So do you have any like advice to them? Like, what if you were to even go back and tell yourself some advice? Like, what would that be as a engineer, artist?
Right. I think just don't be afraid of experience and trying to do things yourself, even if even if they don't end up being like what you thought they would be. Like I feel like I've learned the most from reaching for the sun and absolutely like failing.
Yes.
Like the same two people I'm with now that I'm in the Fanny Ray and the Sinners Symphonic with, like we made like an album like maybe 5 years ago, and we spent like all summer on it. We thought it would be like the best thing ever. And like I still remember listening back to it and being like, oh my God, that's like the worst thing I've ever made.
Oh yeah, I've been there with my stuff too.
Yeah. And it wasn't even like hindsight 2020, like a year later. It was like when we listened to the mixes, we were like, oh my God, we flopped. But why did I flop? I figured that out.
Yes.
And I was like, why did I flop? And then I went through going to school and like comparing what I learned in school back to that. I was able to see like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. That's why I failed so badly.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to really flop sometimes. Really reach for the stars. And if you fall, like, you know, you'll learn why.
Definitely.
If you never reach, you're gonna keep accumulating information but no wisdom. And there's a big difference.
That is so deep. I love that. You know, I'm all about like, you know, self-improvement and and things like that, and you know, going back and paying attention to mistakes to try and get better, but there's definitely you know, even someone asked me this when I was at Full Sail going to school there. I sort of believed in him as an artist, and he goes, well, what do you think like the difference between like an artist and just your everyday person is? And I said, if I tell you to scream as loud as you can right now, are you gonna care what people are gonna think? And he was like, no. And I was like, you're an artist,
right?
You know what I mean?
That's fire.
Like, I was like, so there's definitely like this element of like doing, like not just like planning is okay. Planning is great, especially when you got these big projects. But you just gotta jump in there and you gotta do things. Like,
you gotta do things. Man.
Yeah, and that's how you learn. Like,
you gotta be fearless.
That's right. Yeah. And like you said, some personalities, you know, may just be like they just might butt heads with you. And you know what? Like maybe this person has a point. Let me listen to them and process that for a second. I might actually learn something.
Oh yeah, I do learn a lot from big personalities. Whether it be just how to navigate them, but sometimes, you know, they've been around a long time and they do actually have some wisdom.
Exactly.
And you've got to like
humble.
Yeah, you've got to be humble and like not let your emotions take over and be like, that guy just like screamed at me. Maybe you go to him after and say, don't scream at me ever again.
Yeah.
However, I get what you were trying to say.
Yeah, right.
And I will take it into account.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, that was an amazing podcast today. Danny, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, I love learning about, you know, some of your history. There's some things I learned that I actually didn't know before.
Oh, really?
So that's really cool. But yeah, guys, please tune in for next week's podcast. That's also going to be an incredible one. It might be Jordan actually hosting the next one. So thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, have a great one.
Thanks, guys.